The first impression when wearing the newly returned Adidas Predator Elite FTFG in 2025 was that it felt more agile. This year's Predator Elite features a hybrid touch synthetic leather upper. When I put my foot in, it felt thinner and softer compared to the 2024 version of the Predator, with the same hybrid touch upper. The thin yet soft upper provided a sensation of enveloping the foot entirely. The width of the forefoot felt average, but the toe box was low, making it feel a bit cramped. Overall, it felt somewhat tight, and there was some initial discomfort in the midfoot, which eventually subsided over time. The inside part of the upper and the tongue feature strike skin knobs. Compared to the previous version, the shape and area of application have changed. The knobs are slightly longer, but fewer in number. The feel when kicking and touching will be discussed in the kick and touch section below. The version we purchased has a foldable tongue. It's a classic design with the foldable tongue covering the entire lacing area, making the top of the foot smooth. The heel area features an external heel cup that holds the heel well. However, when wearing it in the so-called Beckham style, pulling the tongue strap up to the toes, the top of the foot was exposed, reducing the one-piece feel and causing heel lift. Wearing it in the regular style, with the tongue strap in the middle, it securely held the foot without any discomfort. However, compared to shoes with an integrated design, the feel of securing the foot was less. So for those who prefer a snug fit, I would recommend the non-foldable tongue version. The inside of the heel features soft suede material with a cushion of appropriate thickness, which was neither too high nor too low, contributing to a good heel hold. The standard insole doesn't offer much functionality. The top surface uses common artificial suede, and the cushioning is barely noticeable. The FG outsole of the Predator Elite is the same control frame outsole as the previous model. When worn, the rigidity in the midfoot was noticeably solid. The midfoot was very stiff, but the toe area was slightly more flexible. The length of the FG studs is standard for FG conditions. We tried this shoe on artificial turf with sufficient infill and average grass length. The studs didn't feel overly long, but there was some strain on the ankles and knees. The studs provided good grip and weren't slippery even on wet fields, making directional changes easy. However, on poorly maintained artificial turf with short grass, there was some instability, leading us to stop using them. Adidas has made this Predator's AG studs. FG studs are for natural grass only. For artificial turf, wearing turf-specific shoes is recommended. When kicking, I felt no loss in power. The ball sat well on the instep. Despite the upper being thinner, the appropriate thickness of the upper, combined with the outsole's rigidity, made the kicks feel more powerful, with a satisfying impact feel. The cushioning on the tongue, being of suitable thickness, did not interfere or cause discomfort when kicking, rather enhancing the kick feel. The strike skin knobs were more noticeable compared to the 2024 Predator. Even with curling kicks, the ball felt like it gripped better, but they don't offer significant benefits. It's best not to have high expectations for the strike skin when purchasing. When passing, the thin and soft upper absorbed the impact nicely, giving one of the most satisfying touches among recent shoes I've tried. During dribbling, despite the foldable tongue, the shoe didn't feel heavy at all even after prolonged use, allowing for both delicate and swift dribbling. Also, thanks to the reduced coverage of the strike skin, there was no unintended scraping during touches or dribbling. This review was done by a reviewer with a foot length of 268 mm, width 100 mm, who usually wears size US 9, testing the US 9 size. The length was slightly long, but the low toe box made it fit well, with the forefoot width being average. Personally, I felt the US 9 size was the best fit. The Predator 25 feels tighter than previous Adidas soccer shoes. Of the same size, those with wider feet might consider going up a half size or sticking to their regular size based on preference. Here's the one-line summary from the All That Boots reviewer. Please refer to these for a successful purchase of soccer shoes.